It is so important to take the ideas that come into your head and make them come into fruition. Always listen to your body. So that's how you know discernment. That's how you know whether you should be doing it or you should not be doing it. Spend less time in your head and more time acting. Hello, beautiful people. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're not, I know you haven't seen me in a long time. Same old story. Same old story every time. I'm so sorry. I'm not even going to say I'll be back. I'm just going to show y'all. But I wanted to record this video because I know I'm not alone in this. We all are humans and we all are experiencing emotions like this, whether it comes and goes, whether it stays. Every single person has some sort of ideal life that they have in mind for themselves. And there's only a few things that get in the way of us executing that life. That could be lack of discipline, comparing, procrastination, fear, all take place within our mind. Whether we hear somebody telling us something negative and projecting their own feelings and lack of confidence within themselves to us, it still goes back to our mind, our subconscious, and we begin to believe it. Naturally, as human beings in this society, not only... She's on my butt. Everybody, say hi to Mimi. I feel like we look alike. But naturally, as humans in this society, we are overthinkers, we have anxiety, we are depressed because there's so much around us. Everything that we consume is literally supporting us to be all those things. So don't feel embarrassed. Again, whether it stays or it's only for a few seconds, everything is working against us. So in order to not even prevent, because in this world there's only but so much you can do, but when people say touch grass, honestly, motherfuckers gotta touch grass. Because being wrapped in the media, the news, which is most common form of media for all ages, social media, even just interactions with people, because we are consumed by the media, television, whatever it is, it's very influential. Everybody consumes it to a certain extent. So us being outside, us finding a balance with the consumption, us still partaking in the practices like journaling, therapy if that works for you, whatever form of venting, talking to your friends, talking to yourself, meditating, yoga, all that shit that people try to laugh at or downplay. Because one thing about humans, we're going to downplay what works and then we're going to support what keeps you in that same loop. Those things help us come back to ourselves, help us think for ourselves. Once we do that, we realize what we actually enjoy. Spend less time in your head and more time acting. It's so easy to get wrapped up in this mind of ours. And anytime I speak, I don't want it to feel like I'm barking at you all, because this is all a practice. We are all human beings. I'm encouraging you and myself while I'm speaking. It is so important to take the ideas that come into your head and make them come into fruition. We are so powerful as human beings, and it is very easy to feel like the power is outside of us. If you believe in God, whether it's religion based or I don't even want to call it spiritually, but because both can be spiritual, but whether it's religion based or not, the concept of it all is that we come from God. And just like a mother who gives birth and creates similar to God, we are connected to our mothers. So it makes sense that God is within us. God is a creator. So we have the ability to create. Everything that was put on this earth was once a thought. It had to start from a mind and then come into physical form. So once you have an idea for yourself, once you have a goal, once you have a vision, once you know what your higher self looks like, what you want your life to look like, now it's time to take action. As soon as, oh, this is what I could do to get closer to my higher self, start doing it immediately, because otherwise it's just going to dwell in your mind. Keep doing this but never actually happen, because then that's when fear sneaks up on you. That's when you start comparing yourself, your life, to other people. That's when negative projections start coming in. That's when all of the things that their job is to slow you down starts to actually work. Once the thought comes into your mind and you get a good feeling about it, always listen to your body. Always. With everything that you do. When you hang out with people, when you're eating something, when you're watching something, when an idea comes into your mind, listen to how your body feels. And if you're feeling good about it, that is the vibration of the concept. So that's how you know discernment. That's how you know whether you should be doing it or you should not be doing it. It's based on how you feel about it. So don't let that keep sitting in your head. You're literally telling your mind, oh, okay, I want you to convince me not to do this thing, even though I want to do it, even though my body feels good when I think of it. You letting it sit is also letting it disappear. It's extremely easy to let an idea stay in your head. It's harder to actually take action, and that's why we don't do it. It's very easy, but it's also easy to stay the same. It's also easy for your life to just keep repeating cycles. I used to also think like everything's supposed to happen easily and seamlessly, and that's how I know that I'm supposed to be somewhere. But no, every story that you hear, people worked hard for. I'm not saying that working hard is going to be miserable. I'm not saying it's going to be torture, but I'm saying that you have this feeling in your body, you know who you are best. So that needs to be your drive in everything that you do. That needs to be the drive in every step that you take, getting closer to your higher self. It hurts even more to know what you're capable of and realizing that you're sitting on your potential. It hurts even more to realize what you could be doing and not doing it just because you're letting all those negative things get in the way of your capabilities. It hurts even more to see somebody else doing exactly what you could be doing. I know many people don't want to talk about this topic, me included. I hate the topic of death, but we're not here for a long time. This one would hurt the most, to be on the other side of this experience. To know that we were granted with the ability to come here in human form, realizing we're letting small things get in the way of us actually experiencing this life to the fullest potential. Like, once you remind yourself that, it really makes you feel ridiculous. Then also, because I know for me, once I have a certain image or way of how I think I want something to come into fruition, that's the only way I can see it. When in reality, it can happen in so many different forms. But the main thing is it happening. The main thing is that you decided to take that action, and the result is going to be the same, no matter how you get there. Because you knew that the intention, the root of how you were feeling when you thought about what you wanted, you knew that that was good because you listened to your body. So it doesn't matter if it's not happening exactly the way that you want it to happen. Because you know why? There's a higher power. There's something greater than you that actually determines how it happens. But you, because you are also the creator of your own reality, you know how the result is going to be. You know how it's going to end because you also know the intention behind it. As long as it's genuine and pure, I shouldn't even have to say that, but as long as it's genuine and pure, it will happen. It will get done. With divine timing, with taking action, with faith, with gratitude. Gratitude should have been number one. Also, I was journaling the other day. I was showing gratitude that I was living in an answered prayer, and then I was reflecting on how I got there. And I learned gratitude, romanticize, visualize, and desire, let go, and repeat. So with gratitude, of course, is just being grateful for literally everything. It's so hard, but start off with things that you are truly grateful for. Like, I'm grateful right now for being able to sit out in the sun. It's 80 degrees. I look beautiful. I'm having fun. I have a camera that I just bought that I'm able to record on. I'm breathing. I'm healthy. I ate today. I have a roof over my head. Stuff like that. And then go to even more specifics, like I just got a new job. I have a boyfriend that I love. Like stuff like that. Go down the list. But then it gets even more challenging, but also it alters your brain chemistry to start thinking about things that may not necessarily seem like you're actually grateful for them or that it's working for your benefit, but everything that is deemed as negative is always a lesson within it. There's nothing that's really negative, nothing that's really happening to you. It's always happening for you. So let's say my mom just interrupted me. Okay. Now I'm able to practice controlling my emotions, breathing. I'm also able to practice, which I didn't really, communicating, verbally expressing how I feel, also reflecting for myself. And also, I can't speak for everyone, but I've been in a situation where I've had everything that I manifested. Like, everything just comes to life. And then I've also had it taken from me, which was very humbling, but I've learned so much that now I'm grateful for every single thing, because there was once a time I did not have that. I'm even grateful for that experience, because now it's like, why did I ever think like I can just wake up, fly by night, and not give gratitude to the Most High? Romanticize. When you're not in a situation where you necessarily want to be, there's always still beauty all around you. Make something seem better or more appealing than it really is. Really, honestly, just adding like enhancements to a particular action or situation. Like adding more things to make it more enjoyable, to make it better. So yeah, like for example, when you're taking a shower, then you can add music. Shower is a thing that most people do every single day, maybe even twice a day. When you're adding music, you're adding a candle, maybe you're journaling before, maybe you're setting intentions, maybe when you're bathing yourself, it's a certain thing that you're saying. Whatever the case may be, like you're adding enhancements to a activity that may not seem like it has much depth to it, or it's not as exciting, stuff like that. That also tells the universe like, oh, she's actually being grateful for the small things. She's making the best of her situation. Visualize and desire. It's important to keep in mind your desires. It's important to know what you want. It's important not to suppress them. It's important to see it, important to feel it, and let go. Again, there is a higher power. It's just like, if you don't think that, then this video is not for you. But there is a higher power. There's stuff that we do not understand that happens around us. So as long as we set good intentions, we know what we want, we let go. We let it go, because there's things that we cannot control. That's not what we do. That's not our specialty. So we let it go and we let it happen. We also do this multiple times in multiple different areas because we're not going to hyperfixate over the outcome of something. Because once you have multiple desires and you put out in the universe, then you're not just focused on one thing happening. You just let it go and you let it come. And then you repeat. You do that over and over and over again, multiple times of the day, multiple times during the week. And you just let the universe do what they need to do. Like, you and the universe are supposed to work together. It's never supposed to be y'all beefing, y'all clashing. Like, the universe is always working with you. But you have to let the universe work with you. You can't be your biggest enemy. You can't get in the way of what the universe is trying to help you with. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video.